Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Fuller from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for July 16th, 2017. Let's take a quick look at how things finished off on Friday. Well, we saw more upside. The Dow on Friday up 84 points, another fresh new high. And this will be a theme as I go through these charts. We're hitting new highs, and also we'll take a look at the weeklies, which are looking very promising at this point. The S&P 500 also hit a new high on Friday. It was up 11 points, while the Nasdaq was up 38, and the Russell was also up 3 points. Let's go back and look at those weekly charts for a minute here. The Dow, there we go, fresh new highs, but look at that momentum behind this move. And I mean, it's just very, very clear. Just a nice strong trend in place, no resistance up ahead. This looks poised for more gains, and if we look closely here, we do have a bullish engulfing pattern here. So this bodes well if we can get a trade above last week's high, being 21,628 here on the futures, which is just a stone's throw away here. I think we continue moving higher. If we look at the S&P 500. Not only is there another nice strong trend in place with momentum behind that move, but we have another bullish engulfing pattern here. It looks really good. The Nasdaq market, there we go, just another beautiful pattern, more momentum. Looks great across the board, and there's the Russell and another bullish engulfing pattern. So all looks good for equities here heading into this week. Bonds, TLT, did manage a gain early in the session, and then it retreated, but still managed to close with a gain of about 15 cents. While gold had a pretty decent day, up almost 11 points. Having said that, it got right back to that downslope in 20 and then started to sell off from that point. So this could be a short setup very soon. We've got to keep an eye on this. We might see this as early as Monday. And crude also managed to gain 46 cents at the official close here on the futures. Now we've lost momentum. It's completely rolled over here. So let's look at the weekly chart on crude. And there's that picture. So if we still look at this, we still have downward momentum here, and it's just sort of like a very slow retracement into this downslope in 20. So, we can't say that this has turned the corner yet, and certainly on the weekly chart, we're still making lower highs and lower lows. So that's the bias right now, still to the downside for crude. And the US dollar against the CAD, an absolute falling knife, continues to blow through support levels. And if we look at the dollar index chart here, again, more downside to come by the looks of it. Now on Friday, some of the big name financials kicked off the earnings season. We had the likes of Citigroup kicking it off, and although they did caution on guidance, when it was Citigroup, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, they all came in with better than expected numbers. And you can see Citigroup here initially sold off on that guidance caution, but did bounce by the end of the session. Let's look at JP Morgan quickly. There we go. Nice bounce off that 20 as well. And let's see what Wells Fargo did. There we go. Also a nice bounce. So now coming up on Tuesday, we have a couple more big names in the financial space. We have Bank of America and we have Goldman Sachs, which will be very important. Keep in mind, whenever you're about to take any trade coming up here, keep an eye on when that next earnings date is coming up, because it's right around the corner. For news this week, a very light week. Not much going on Monday. Tuesday, we have Redbook and Housing Market Index. Wednesday, we have an MBA mortgage apps number and the housing starts. Thursday, jobless claims and money supply. And Friday, the Baker Hughes rig count. That's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you on our next update.